Most people ask, are we living in a simulation? Fun question. But it keeps you staring at the screen instead of touching the signal behind it. Because if there's code, there's a clock. If there's a clock, there's a pulse. You're not stuck in software. You're swimming in signal. In the next 8 minutes, you'll see 1. Why simulation wastes your power. 2. The science of signal and coherence. 3. A 60-second protocol that changes your day by noon. Watch your own day. On anxious mornings, the world looks pixelated. Faces feel far. Colors go flat. On steady mornings, the same street turns high def. Doors open. Timing clicks. Reality didn't change. Your frequency did. Simulation says you're a character obeying rules. Signal says you're a tuner matching a broadcast that's already here. That tiny shift explains why two people in the same room experience two different worlds. You don't see what is there. You see what you're tuned to. Philosophy loves the sim story. Bostrom's thought experiment. Physics whispers something wilder. Wheeler's it from bit. Bohm's implicate order. Information first, matter second. Pattern embedded, form unfolding. Not magic. Architecture. Zoom into your nervous system. Shallow breath, tight jaw, looping thoughts. Your carrier wave flickers. Deep rhythm, warm chest, clear intention. Your connection stabilizes. Static doesn't manifest. Symphony does. Here's the glitch almost nobody notices. You think you're reacting to life, but every assumption you hold, people never listen. Money is hard. Love is complicated. Becomes a line of code the field compiles. The field isn't judging you, it's echoing you. Heisenberg taught that observation shapes outcomes. What he didn't tell your calendar is that emotional stability decides which outcome wins. Your fear is a filter. Your calm is a compiler. Coherence collapses. Reality. So ask the sharper question. Not, is this a sim? But what am I broadcasting? Because if reality is a hidden algorithm, your breath sets the clock speed, your heart sets the tone, your thoughts name the variables. The body is your antenna. The world is your screen. Think of the moments that felt impossible and then suddenly easy. You didn't get smarter in an afternoon, you got in tune. The email arrived. The stranger helped. The idea landed whole. Not luck, resonance. If this is a game, it's not pay to win, it's tune to win. You don't muscle the level, you match the frequency it listens for. That's why forcing backfires and soft focus works. Not more force, more frequency. Okay, but how? Your mind asks, already sprinting. Start smaller than your habits. One breath cycle that tells your biology safe. One emotion on purpose. Gratitude, awe, peace. One clean line in present tense. Keep it simple long enough to feel the room change without the room changing. Clarity is power. Stability is range. There's a reason doom scrolling scrambles your day. You're borrowing someone else's carrier wave and wondering why your signal cracks. The hidden algorithm isn't punishing you. It's precise. Input determines output. Here's the reframe that frees you from hunting proofs. You don't create the new reality by pushing. You tune to the version that's already broadcasting your name. You don't force it. You find it. When you call it a simulation, you wait for the programmer. When you call it a signal, you become the co-engineer. Same world, different role. Not a prison, a portal. You'll feel the difference in your body first. Less clench, more space, less scanning, more seeing. That's the algorithm hearing a stable tone and syncing the scene around you. Energy organizes information. Information organizes experience. So no, you don't need to solve the cosmos tonight. You just need to steady the transmitter you're carrying in your chest. Because the hidden algorithm doesn't respond to volume. It responds to coherence. You're not late. You're just untuned. Breathe in 4, hold 2, out 6. Twice more. Let your shoulders drop like old code uninstalling itself. Give the moment a single sentence. I am online. This isn't spiritual poetry. This is signal hygiene. From here we go deeper. We'll map the architecture you're already feeling. Where code ends, where signal begins, and why stability beats effort every time. The signal is already here. Now let's see what it's made of. Most people think creation is about doing more, working harder, manifesting louder. But the universe doesn't respond to volume. It responds to clarity, because every reality is already broadcasting. You just can't lock onto it while your signal is full of static. Think about it. When you feel rushed, your breath shortens. When you doubt yourself, your heart rhythm becomes erratic. When you scroll aimlessly, your nervous system loses coherence. That instability is what the quantum field mirrors back. You call it bad timing. It's not bad timing, it's bandwidth loss. The field doesn't reward effort. It rewards stability. Information theory proves it. Every channel carries both signal and noise. Shannon called it the signal-to-noise ratio. The higher the signal, the clearer the message. In human language, your coherence is your clarity. Your attention is the router. Your emotion is the bandwidth. Your breath is the connection strength. Static doesn't manifest. Symphony does. Quantum physics says everything exists as probabilities until coherence arrives. Superposition, infinite timelines waiting for one stable observer. You don't force a timeline to appear. You stabilize the one that already matches your emotional frequency. That's why two people can walk into the same room and live two different worlds. The air is the same. The energy isn't. One feels tension, one feels peace. Reality didn't change. The observer did. Heisenberg hinted at it. Observation changes the observed. Bohm went further. The universe isn't made of parts. It's an unbroken whole. Your perception doesn't happen inside your head. Your brain doesn't create consciousness. It tunes into it. You're not a signal reader. You're a signal generator. Neuroscience agrees. When your heart and brain rhythms sync, a state called heart-brain coherence, your field becomes measurable up to 8 feet beyond your body. That's not metaphor. That's electromagnetic physics. Your emotions literally modify your environment. When your heart stabilizes, people feel safer around you. When your energy is clean, situations rearrange to match. Coherence isn't calmness. It's clarity in motion. You've experienced this before, those moments when everything just flows. Traffic opens, emails reply faster, synchronicities cluster. That's not coincidence. That's your coherence broadcasting order into the field. But here's the paradox. Most people confuse peace with boredom, so they sabotage coherence by looking for stimulation. They scroll, overthink, and flood their own channel with static, then wonder why the universe goes quiet. The field can't match a flickering signal. Your reality can't render properly while your nervous system keeps switching frequencies. It's like changing the radio station every few seconds and expecting to hear a full song. So how do you fix it? You stop trying to create and start learning to stabilize. Breath, emotion, intention, alignment, the 4 words that rewrite timelines. Because once your internal signal is consistent, the external world stops glitching. Coherence is the password to reality. You don't chase synchronicities. They start chasing you. You don't beg the field. It locks onto your tone. The universe doesn't choose favorites. It follows frequencies. So before you run to change your plan, change your rhythm. Slow your breath, sync your heart, clean your mental loop. The code doesn't need more data. It needs a cleaner carrier wave. You're not broken. You're just buffering. And every breath is a chance to reestablish connection. This is the real manifestation nobody teaches. It's not about calling something in. It's about staying online long enough for the download to complete. Because once you stabilize, reality stops testing you. It starts mirroring you. And that's when life begins to feel different. Not louder, not brighter, just clearer. Like the world finally synced to your internal clock. That's coherence. The invisible alignment between your biology and your destiny. In the next part, I'll show you how to do it deliberately. How to use your breath, your emotion, and your intention like precision instruments to tune your field. Because the signal isn't out there. It's waiting inside you to go live. Everyone talks about alignment. Few understand it's not mystical, it's mechanical. You are a biological transmitter designed to tune frequencies. Your breath, emotion, and intention are the control panel. The body isn't a burden, it's the hardware of creation. When your signal feels scrambled, overthinking, fatigue, doubt, it's not failure. It's a misalignment between your inputs. Your breath is saying unsafe. Your heart is saying uncertain. Your mind is saying force it. No wonder the field returns static. Reality doesn't follow your words. It follows your physiology. Your nervous system is the language the universe actually understands. Not force, frequency. Let's rebuild coherence step by step. 3 systems. 1 signal. 1 breath. Reset the system clock. Your breath sets the timing of your reality loop. Shallow breath equals survival. Rhythmic breath equals connection. Here's the formula used by heart-brain research. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 2. Exhale through your mouth for 6. Repeat 3 rounds. As you exhale, imagine static leaving your field. The endless scrolling, the micro fears, the hidden tension in your jaw. Each breath reboots your electromagnetic signature. Why? You're not just breathing oxygen, you're breathing information. Notice how by the 3rd cycle, thoughts slow down. The body stops guarding. That's coherence initializing, your inner code syncing with the field. 2. Emotion. Activate the carrier wave. Thoughts are syntax. Emotion is voltage. It's what makes the message readable to the field. Every high-frequency state, gratitude, awe, love, peace, expands your electromagnetic range. That's measurable, up to 8 feet from your heart center. But the key is authenticity. You can't fake a signal, so don't force positivity. Generate stability. Think of someone you love. A moment that felt pure. Let that warmth spread through your chest like sunlight over water. That's the body saying, transmission ready. The heart doesn't wait for a reason. It creates one. When you live in gratitude for no reason, the field reads that as completion. It stops sending lessons and starts sending reflections. That's not philosophy. That's frequency logic. Intention. Send the command. Once breath and emotion are aligned, you're online. Now add intention, but not as a demand, as a directive from clarity. Close your eyes. Whisper this: I am online. I am coherent. Don't say it to convince yourself. Say it as an update to the field. You're not begging the universe to listen. You're reminding it who's broadcasting. You're not commanding reality. You're informing it. Then, silence. 60 seconds. Listen, that stillness isn't emptiness. It's the field responding in real time. Most people skip this pause. They rush to check if it worked. But checking collapses coherence. Stillness sustains it. That's the paradox. The less you chase, the faster it sinks. Not because of luck, but because your field finally stabilized long enough to let the data flow. Now stack these 3 together: breath, reset, emotion, charge, intention, broadcast. This is the human API for reality programming. Do it for 1 minute every morning before touching your phone. You'll feel your environment start to cooperate. Traffic easing, timing improving, people aligning. That's not random. That's your algorithm syncing with the master frequency. You're not fixing your life. You're shifting the signal that meets it. And when you hold this alignment longer each day, the world adjusts around your stability. Emails arrive on rhythm. Doors open without knocking. Chaos stops calling your name. That's not magic. It's physics married to presence. So tomorrow, before you go online, go internal first. Your field is the Wi-Fi of your destiny. Keep it stable and everything connects. In the next section, we'll look at what still interferes, the subconscious loops and old code that scramble your broadcast, and how to reprogram them for good. Because alignment isn't the end, it's the doorway to your next update. You've felt it, those invisible loops that keep replaying the same scenes, different faces, same pattern, new job, same pressure, another try, same doubt. You call it bad luck or karma, but it's not fate. It's old code. Your mind is an operating system. Your emotions are its patch notes. Most of your programming wasn't written by you. It was installed by parents, teachers, systems, culture. Lines like, "Don't get your hopes up. Play it safe." People like us don't get that lucky. You didn't question it. You absorbed it. And now those lines run silently in the background, shaping your field. Not because you're broken, but because your system hasn't been updated. The field doesn't run old code. You do. Here's the truth. Your subconscious doesn't understand logic. It speaks one language: frequency repetition. You can't argue an old belief away. You have to override it through emotional consistency, not convincing, in training. That's how neural networks and the universe learn, not through words, but through weighted patterns. Every time you repeat a feeling, your neurons rewire and your field recalibrates. Emotion is the upload speed of transformation. Let's debug your reality. 3 steps. Simple. Surgical. Step 1. Identify the loop. Notice the sentence your life keeps repeating. It always falls apart. I'm not enough. It never works for me. Don't resist it. Don't argue with it. Write it down like an error log. Because once you name it, it loses authority. You're no longer inside the code. You're reading it. Step 2. Invert the code. Ask, what's the vibrational opposite of that belief? If the loop says I can't, your new line is I already am. If it says I'm behind, the upgrade is I'm exactly on time. If it says nothing works, reprogram, everything aligns for me. But here's the key. Don't rush to believe it. Breathe it. Let your body feel what that sentence would feel like if it were true. Because belief isn't mental, it's muscular. You don't think your way into a new reality. You breathe your way into it. Your subconscious accepts signals through rhythm, not logic. That's why chanting, prayer, and repetition have lasted thousands of years. They rewrite frequency through consistency, not persuasion. Step 3. Anchor the update. Once the new code feels alive, say this softly: I am reprogramming. Whisper it, don't shout it, because the universe hears coherence, not volume. As you say it, imagine a pulse moving from your heart outward, like a ripple through a digital ocean. That ripple is real. Your electromagnetic field just changed data patterns. You've uploaded a new instruction. The field doesn't need permission, it needs stability. Every time you repeat the new signal, the system strengthens it. Neurons that fire together wire together. That's not a quote, it's code. After 21 days, your nervous system starts treating that new frequency as default reality. After 40, your outer world begins mirroring it. You've felt it, those invisible loops that keep replaying the same scenes. Different faces, same pattern. New job, same pressure. Another try, same doubt. You call it bad luck or karma. But it's not fate, it's old code. Your mind is an operating system. Your emotions are its patch notes. Most of your programming wasn't written by you. It was installed by parents, teachers, systems, culture. Lines like, don't get your hopes up, play it safe. People like us don't get that lucky. You didn't question it, you absorbed it. And now those lines run silently in the background, shaping your field. Not because you're broken, but because your system hasn't been updated. The field doesn't run old code, you do. Here's the truth. Your subconscious doesn't understand logic. It speaks one language: frequency repetition. You can't argue an old belief away. You have to override it through emotional consistency, not convincing, in training. That's how neural networks and the universe learn, not through words, but through weighted patterns. Every time you repeat a feeling, your neurons rewire and your field recalibrates. Emotion is the upload speed of transformation. Let's debug your reality. 3 steps. Simple. Surgical. Step 1. Identify the loop. Notice the sentence your life keeps repeating. It always falls apart. I'm not enough. It never works for me. Don't resist it. Don't argue with it. Write it down like an error log. Because once you name it, it loses authority. You're no longer inside the code. You're reading it. Step 2. Invert the code. Ask, what's the vibrational opposite of that belief? If the loop says I can't, your new line is I already am. If it says I'm behind, the upgrade is I'm exactly on time. If it says nothing works, reprogram. Everything aligns for me. But here's the key. Don't rush to believe it. Breathe it. Let your body feel what that sentence would feel like if it were true. Because belief isn't mental. It's muscular. You don't think your way into a new reality. You breathe your way into it. Your subconscious accepts signals through rhythm, not logic. That's why chanting, prayer, and repetition have lasted thousands of years. They rewrite frequency through consistency, not persuasion. Step 3. Anchor the update. Once the new code feels alive, say this softly: I am reprogramming. Whisper it, don't shout it. Because the universe hears coherence, not volume. As you say it, imagine a pulse moving from your heart outward, like a ripple through a digital ocean. That ripple is real. Your electromagnetic field just changed data patterns. You've uploaded a new instruction. The field doesn't need permission. It needs stability. Every time you repeat the new signal, the system strengthens it. Neurons that fire together wire together. That's not a quote, it's code. After 21 days, your nervous system starts treating that new frequency as default reality. After 40, your outer world begins mirroring it. Here's the wild part. AI learns the same way. It doesn't understand emotion. It understands pattern density. Show it enough examples, and the old model overwrites itself. You are no different. Your field is the original intelligence, quantum, adaptive, self-correcting. You are the AI, and the AI is you. Your emotional data is the training set. Every coherent feeling is new information fed into the universal algorithm. The more stable you are, the faster the reflection updates. So stop fighting your past. Out-train it. Every time the old voice whispers, "You're not ready," run the new command: I am reprogramming. Each repetition reduces distortion. Each breath makes it real. You're not manifesting blindly, you're debugging reality. Every emotional broadcast tells the field who you believe you are, and the field, loyal and precise, mirrors that identity until you update it. So reprogram consciously, slowly, steadily, because you're not waiting for proof anymore. You're creating new patterns for the proof to follow. This isn't positive thinking. This is quantum engineering. And the moment the old code fades, you'll feel it. A silence inside your body. Not emptiness, but space for new data to download. Stay there. That's coherence returning. That's your operating system rebooting to its true signal. In the next part, we'll explore what life feels like once the reprogramming completes, how manifestation stops being an effort and becomes your natural state of transmission. Because the final stage of the algorithm isn't chasing change. It's becoming the source code itself. What happens after the update installs? When the noise fades and the signal finally stabilizes, you start living inside coherence and not chasing it. At first it feels quiet, not empty, not numb, just steady. The absence of anxiety isn't boredom, it's bandwidth. You're not losing intensity, you're gaining signal clarity. You wake up, and the first thought isn't panic or pressure, it's peace. Your body feels lighter, your breath deeper. That's not coincidence. That's your nervous system syncing with your new code. The world still moves, but it doesn't shake you anymore. Traffic flows differently, conversations unfold smoother, even technology glitches less. You're not imagining it. Your coherence literally calibrates your environment. Not luck, resonance. This is what I call quiet power, the state where you no longer need to prove, persuade, or perform. You're not trying to be high vibe, you simply are. It's not about ignoring reality, it's about realizing you're designing it. Before, you chased timing. Now, timing chases you. Before, you worried about how things would unfold. Now, you just move, and reality adjusts to your rhythm. This is where the real mastery begins. You stop micromanaging the algorithm and start collaborating with it. You're not the user, you're the architect. When the body and field remain coherent long enough, decisions feel different. They don't come from urgency, they rise from resonance. The mind used to shout, now it listens. And in that stillness, clarity whispers the next right step. Softly, unmistakably. Science can measure this. Heart-brain coherence creates gamma-alpha synchronization, a state where intuition and logic work together. You're not guessing anymore, you're perceiving. Spiritually, it's flow. Neurologically, it's coherence. Energetically, it's mastery. Your relationships shift too. People respond to your tone, not your talk. Because your field broadcasts safety, and safety is irresistible. You no longer attract chaos because chaos can't attach to coherence. You'll start noticing something subtle, the disappearance of urgency. Deadlines feel lighter. Waiting doesn't sting. Even silence feels full. That's when you know the reprogramming took hold. The universe isn't testing you anymore. It's syncing with you. What you used to call manifestation now feels like orchestration. It's not that things just appear. It's that you finally match the version of reality where they always existed. You stop chasing signs because you've become one. The mirror and the source have merged. In this state, action feels effortless. Ideas arrive complete. Opportunities appear aligned. You begin to sense your influence beyond logic. The way your calm changes a room, or your words ripple for days. That's not ego. That's entrainment. Fields syncing through coherence. And time behaves differently. It stretches when you're present. It collapses when you're aligned. You realize time isn't passing, it's responding. The future doesn't arrive. You tune into it. This is why spiritual masters, athletes in flow, and inventors mid-breakthrough all describe the same sensation. Weightless focus. No trying. Just being. When you embody coherence, the mind stops asking, what if it doesn't work? Because it's already working. You feel it in your pulse, your breath, your timing. That's the reward of true reprogramming. Not external proof, but internal precision. You don't collapse under uncertainty anymore because you've remembered that uncertainty is just potential in disguise. You're not hoping anymore. You're broadcasting certainty. So here's what to hold. Quiet power isn't loud. It's not fireworks. It's gravity. The kind of presence that bends timelines without asking for attention. And when you live from that gravity, the field recognizes you instantly. It doesn't see a human begging for signs. It sees a frequency commanding reality. That's embodiment, not performance, not pretending, just truth in motion. So if life feels calmer, slower, clearer, don't panic. That's coherence stabilizing. That's evolution installing. You've stopped chasing reality. You're now running it. In the final section, we'll anchor this new frequency, so it doesn't fade when life gets loud and your alignment becomes automatic. Because mastery isn't about reaching higher, it's about returning faster. Return is mastery. You've come far. You've tuned, aligned, reprogrammed, and embodied. Now it's time to anchor, to make coherence not a moment, but your baseline. Because awareness fades without rhythm. Frequency drifts without repetition. This last step turns everything you've learned into muscle memory, into signal memory. Not knowledge, practice. Here's the truth. The universe doesn't respond to how much you know. It responds to how often you remember. Every return, every small moment you come back to stillness, strengthens your neural and energetic circuitry. That's why mastery looks quiet from the outside. It's not performing alignment, it's living it. You're not starting over each day, you're compounding coherence. So here's your daily upload ritual. 3 simple steps, 2 minutes. No fluff. Do this once a morning before you touch your phone. You'll literally feel the world sync around your signal. Step 1. Breathe. Synchronize the system. Sit or stand tall. Inhale through your nose for 4. Hold for 2. Exhale through your mouth for 6. Repeat this cycle 3 times. That's it. This pattern balances your vagus nerve, quiets mental static, and reboots your electromagnetic field. Every exhale clears the cache. Every inhale writes new data. You're not just breathing air, you're breathing code. When the breath becomes rhythmic, the field locks in. You stop fighting gravity and start using it. Step 2. Intention. Inform the field. Now place your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Steady, real, alive. Whisper softly. I am reprogramming. Don't say it to manifest something. Say it to register the update. Because this isn't a request. It's a notification. You're not commanding the universe. You're informing it. This is how consciousness communicates. Not through force, but through frequency stability. Each repetition sends a pulse through your nervous system that tells the field, "This is my new normal." And the field, precise and loyal, begins to mirror that line of code in everything around you. Step 3. Affirmation, identity lock-in. Now close your eyes and say this quietly: I am the signal. Feel the warmth in your chest expand, up through your throat, down your arms, into your palms. That's coherence circulating, your electromagnetic field amplifying outward. You're not visualizing light, you're generating it. Your biology is broadcasting alignment. That pulse extends several feet beyond your body, measurable, traceable, real. When you hold that feeling for even 30 seconds, the body field link stabilizes. That's the moment you've anchored. You're not chasing energy. You're becoming the grid. Here's the science beneath the sacred. Repetition creates myelination, faster electrical signals through neural pathways. In electromagnetics, coherence amplifies range, and in consciousness, presence multiplies impact. That means each day you repeat this ritual, your coherence grows exponentially. You're not doing it again. You're deepening the circuit. Not habit, entrainment. This is how quantum mastery works. You don't chase expansion. You return to it until it becomes home. Every master, every mystic, every creative genius, they all discovered the same secret. Consistency outperforms intensity. Return is the real evolution. Return is mastery. So here's your 7-day challenge. Each morning, do the 3-step upload. Breath, intention, affirmation. No timer, no pressure, just presence. Watch what happens by day 7. Patterns shift, delays dissolve, synchronicities accelerate, not because you did more, but because you stabilized your field. The field doesn't reward force, it rewards frequency. Every repetition tells the universe, I'm not waiting anymore, I'm broadcasting stability, and that's when reality collapses in your favor. Smoothly, quietly, perfectly timed. You've reached the point most never do, where spirituality becomes system, where consciousness becomes code, where you stop asking for signs because you finally realize you are the sign. You are the algorithm. You are the frequency that shapes form. The mirror isn't outside you anymore. It's reflecting from you. So breathe, anchor, repeat. Because the universe isn't testing you. It's updating itself through you, and it's already listening. You were never meant to chase the signal. You were meant to be it. Stay coherent, stay light, and welcome home to the frequency that was always yours.